I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Trump calls out Trudeau's defense spending at NATO conference. They're not happy, folks. Now, let me say this, okay? I don't have words to describe. Oh, by the way, always show the alternative, number 6. Barfarilla could be governor. Just say it. That big sister, she could be the governor. Just always got to remind you of the alternative, all right? At 10 o'clock, we'll be tuning in to hear Governor Brian Kemp, as some are saying, end his political career. That is interesting, okay? So, that being said, that could be the alternative. Don't forget. Number 3, the Queen and all the NATO member allies there. There's the Queen. And nice picture. We understand she likes the president. And here is number 16. World leaders gather for NATO family photo. There you go. And that would be Boris Johnson to the left, our left there, of the NATO Secretary General, and Trump to the right, and the Turkey President or Prime Minister Erdogan. Is that his name? I don't know. So there you go. That's the world leader picture of NATO. That was at 10:05 a.m. London time, 5:05 a.m. I watched that live this morning. I really enjoyed that. Now, let me say this, okay? I am in favor of a free press, obviously, and whatever you want to say, you can say. We do not have royalty, a majesty, a monarch. We do not have a dictator, no matter what they want to say about the President of the United States. If we had a dictator in the President of the United States, he would just sign something and have the USMCA, the United States, Mexico, Canada trade agreement. He would have it complete and done, and we would have jobs, more manufacturing jobs. You see, let me just say this with the USMCA. Right now, if you watch the media, which I loathe, I cannot stand these people. I think some of these people are criminal. I think some of these people should be held in high crimes and misdemeanors or whatever. I really do. I think some of these people, these tabloids, this is not news. It's actually hurting our country. I think when you find a spy, when you find a foreign agent, they act as like foreign agents. Now, let me move on from that. But let me say this. They want to control all headlines. Now, I watch CNN and MSNBC at 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't watch the pundits in the afternoon. I run a business. I happen to be the CEO of FetcherNews.com. This is an opinion show. So when I get done here, I talk with reporters, I meet with the marketing department, look over some things, whatever. We have a business to run. So like other talk show hosts, I don't get to just walk out and go put, another 15 hours into this show. But I study the media, so I don't watch the afternoon joke that MSNBC and CNN has as programming. I don't watch the nightly pundits. I watch the morning for a reason. The morning is when they're supposed to be delivering their news. See, like Fox has a news side and then they have an opinion side. FYNTV.com. Right here at Fetch Your News. We have a news side and we have an opinion side. This is an opinion show. Okay? But you're supposed to be getting programming from Fox News that's news. You're supposed to be getting hours of programming from MSNBC where it's news. Same thing with CNN. And that's what I like to watch in both their networks. Okay, because I'm gonna bring this around. I like to watch in both their networks, the news side. I already know the pundits. And on the news side, they are saying, and there's been headlines and so forth written about the United States of America being in a manufacturing recession. Look it up. Just Google U.S. and manufacturing recession, and you'll start finding the articles that the people like MSNBC and CNN are trying to sell, a manufacturing recession. Folks, if we had a dictator in Donald J. Trump, let's go ahead and put number 11 up because we're going to talk about that. If we had a dictator in Donald J. Trump right there, the USMCA would be done and passed. We wouldn't have impeachment hearings. And you know what the headlines in the business, CNBC, Bloomberg, Business Weekly, Fortune magazine, whatever. You know what all the headlines would be running? Manufacturers increase. Companies plan manufacturing increases. Companies open plants, plan to hire 350 people to manufacture certain parts because certain parts have to, now a percentage of parts have to be manufactured in the United States. Even if they're shipped to Canada or shipped to Mexico to be installed, they have to be manufactured here. The headlines on the USMCA or whatever it is, it would be enormous with manufacturing, positive manufacturing headlines in all the business news. Why, even the stock market may enjoy it. But no, absolutely not. They are the evil ones that are holding back this country just in an effort to remove this president and put the control back in the hands of the deep state. It's that simple. In Ohio, in Michigan, in Wisconsin, manufacturing everywhere would benefit in little, medium, and big ways by this USMCA. No, it's sitting there. And then Nancy Pelosi is a liar. Trump said they're liars. Schiff, they're liars. Nancy Pelosi has come out and said, well, the reason the House hasn't moved on the USMCA and passed it is because they're making sure they have concerns that it doesn't take care of some workers. Folks, they didn't have concerns about it taking care of workers when Bill Clinton signed NAFTA and sent everything to Mexico. They could not leave and send our jobs fast enough to Mexico, the Democrats. They outsourced every job we had. No problem there. But now they have to be cautious because they are liars. The Democrats lie. And I'm not saying there's not a Republican liar out there, but the Democrats. You stop and think about it. They had no problem whatsoever with NAFTA. But now they're going to hold on the USMCA trade agreement out of concern for, maybe it doesn't take care of workers enough. Really? You didn't have that concern when you put NAFTA in place? No. Because see, if they were not doing impeachment hearings this morning, and Schiff was actually doing his job as a representative, and Nadler, and they were not running and wasting our taxpayer dollars on this TV law school show today, You know what they're doing with these 4 legal professors? They're calling them in to analyze a report as if they had like 500 students in a gallery with a chalkboard. There's no definitive answer they could give. They cannot go to the chalkboard, any of the 4 witnesses, and come back and say, this is a complete, defined reason why you impeach this guy. But if they pass the USMCA like they should do, and they pass prescription drug modifications to where, seniors didn't have to buy, and I'm sorry, buy, maybe dog food at the end of the month. I mean, don't get mad at me. We have a lot of poor seniors in this country that can't afford their medication at the end of the month. Can't do it. They go without it. If we could take care of our seniors, but no, they got to impeach the President of the United States. So don't let that lie, because the headlines would be what? Manufacturing up. Headlines would be USMCA, plants plan to hire. Stock market likes it. Now, the reason I put this up, let me move along, okay? I want a new segment on this.